Fortune, this online message board is mostly harmless and enjoyed by millions of people, but every so often a post emerges on this site that is deeply disturbing. This is especially true of the site's random board, or as it's known on the Site B, where users can post whatever they want anonymously. A few of these posts have been covered by other YouTubers such as Gloomy House and the Gamer from Mars. Both are awesome channels, and I'd like to personally thank Gloomy House, who helped me research this video. I definitely recommend you check him out after this. Now, without further ado, here are 9 disturbing 4chan posts. Number 1. This post dates back all the way to 2007, where an anonymous 4chan user who had intentionally hidden his IP address asked this simple question on the random board: what does B keep in the freezer? Guess what's in mine? Joke responses started to come back quickly, such as a cat urine and a body. However, the fun and games ended there after the original poster congratulated the previous user's response, revealing that there was indeed a severed human leg inside his freezer and more human body parts inside a black bin liner. A subsequent image was then posted of the user's forearm with a timestamp in front of the freezer, proving this was indeed an authentic post due to the lengths that the poster went to in order to remain anonymous. No more was ever uncovered about this incident, but it really makes you wonder what other secrets are being hidden by seemingly normal people that we come into contact with every day. Number 2. In 2013, this
image of a young man in a makeshift cage beneath a bed was posted on 4chan's random board, along with a disturbing message. The message stated that the boy was from Japan and was a hiki, short for hikori, a Japanese term referring to young adults with no social lives or skills, somewhat similar to the term otaku. The user claims that their boy was desperate for money, and that since they had money themselves, they could quote-unquote offer him anything he wanted, but in return, he had to live with me and take female hormone injections, as well as take care of himself and dress in cute clothes, seemingly with no other alternative. The boy apparently took up the offer. Disturbingly, the user concludes with their thoughts on how the boy seemed happy, how well they thought the hormone treatments were going, and how they thought that the boy was gaining weight in all the right places. What the user's intentions are or were with the boy remain unknown, but no more was ever heard from them after this post. Was this some sort of joke or sick bragging from an anonymous user who enjoyed experimenting on others? That remains unclear, since nobody knows who the boy or the poster are, but many believe the post to be authentic, and the image and story has stuck with them. Number 3. In 2010, a young woman named Rachel Wisner created a post on 4chan asking users to buy her pizza in return. She told them that she would post pictures of her breasts. She did indeed get the free pizza she desired bought for her by other users, but rather than stay true to her word, she instead uploaded an image of herself with a message saying that she lied, and later took to Facebook to brag about how she had epically trolled 4chan. As you can imagine, the 4chan community did not take this well, and they set out for revenge. Certain users were able to get a hold of Rachel's Facebook account and discovered that she was planning on flying to Africa on the day of her flight. 4chan users phoned up the airport claiming that Rachel had a bomb to ensure that she would miss her flight. Users were also able to uncover more about Rachel's personal life,
including her phone number, which high school she attended, and even her address. They also threatened to reveal private details about her to her friends and her family. In the end, the 4chan users got what they originally were promised by blackmailing Rachel into uploading topless pictures of herself. This whole incident has become known as Rachel Wisner versus 4chan, and goes to show you that you should never try to incur the wrath of the internet. Number 4. In late 2012, an anonymous user supposedly high on Class A drugs posted of us photo of a syringe filled with a fluorescent blue liquid, asking others to offer suggestions on which part of his body he should inject it into. After being questioned, he provided a timestamp to show that he was indeed being serious. One user suggested he inject the substance into his wrist. The original poster accepted this request and uploaded pictures of the whole process. At one point, he uploads a picture of the needle in his wrist with the simple caption of veins glowing. After this series of image uploads, the user fell silent and was never heard from on the thread again. Theories started popping up throughout the community about what the outcome of this experiment might have been. Many speculated about what the mysterious liquid was, with some stating that it was glow stick fluid and others suggesting dye that glows under UV lighting. Some claim that this post was a hoax, but others remain adamant that it was legitimate and that he likely suffered a cardiac arrest. All that is certain is that this post offers up more questions than it does answers. We might never know the truth about this incident, but it's extremely unsettling to think about. Number 5. This is one of the darkest pranks ever, conceived with only one goal in mind: to affect as many innocent people as possible. A user posted instructions on how to easily make some homemade, beautiful crystals and asked others to post their results. The ingredients, he said, were needed were all household items that could easily be obtained, including copper pennies, ammonia, and bleach, as well as some other supplies. These ingredients were meant to all be mixed into a jar. The final instruction was to blow into the mixture through a straw, and that within 30 seconds, the crystals would begin to form. The simplicity of this entire process and the promise of some beautiful decorations tempted some users into trying this out. However, unsuspecting victims had no idea that what they were actually doing was producing chlorine gas. When this gas is breathed in, it causes burning to the lungs and the windpipe and is extremely dangerous. Scientifically savvy users of Fortune try to warn others not to attempt to make the crystals, but by then it was already too late. Nobody knows exactly how many people were affected by this post. But a few days later, another anonymous user posted that they were hospitalized as a result of attempting to make the crystals and that they came very close to losing their life. Number 6. There's been a couple of stories of people doing crazy things with grenades on online message boards, such as the guy who dropped a live grenade down a toilet. But this post from 2012 is pretty messed up simply because of the insane lengths that the guy goes to experiment with a grenade that he found out in the woods. He asked other 4chan users what he should do with the device, starting with pulling the pin. After having a look at it in the pictures, one user informed the original poster that the device was unlikely to be a drill grenade and was probably still dangerous regardless. The unknown figure remained hell-bent on getting the grenade to do something of interest. After the top of the grenade falls off, the original poster goes on to microwave it, burn it in a small fire, and even run it over in his car, all the while complaining that nothing was happening. After this final image, the user never responded to any more messages or requests and was never heard from again. Number 7. Perhaps the most infamous of all of the posts so far. This incident took place on November 4th, 2014. An anonymous user posted an image of a naked, lifeless female with the caption, "Turns out it's way harder to strangle someone to death than it looks. In the movies, the woman's skin had started to gray and there were marks across her throat." Reverse image searches revealed that this picture had never been used on the internet before and was thus not just taken from a website and re-uploaded. Though the image was extremely convincing, many users started to claim that the whole thing was staged and merely a well-put-together hoax. Adamant to prove that he wasn't lying, the original poster uploaded more pictures of the body with the caption, "She fought so damn hard." He then went on to tell those who still didn't believe that the body was real that her son would soon be back home from school and would discover her and that they should keep an eye on the news. He also mentioned that he would pull a realistic BB gum when the cops found him, and that he would effectively commit suicide that way less than an hour after the post was created. Police discovered the corpse of a woman in the city of Port Orchard, Washington, after responding to a call from a young boy who had discovered the body of his own mother. Turns out that the original poster had been truthful about his horrendous act, but failed to live up to the promise of committing suicide by cop. The man named David Koch turned himself into the police for the murder of his girlfriend, Amber Coplin. At the scene of the crime, the words "she killed me first" were written on the bedroom wall. The bad news was written on the bedroom blinds, and simply the word "dead" was written on her driver's license. In court, he admitted, "I strangled her with my hands, then a shoelace I had she pissed me off." Number 8. Perhaps not as disturbing as the other entries on this list, but definitely as intriguing, are the Cicada 3301 posts. This all began on January 5th, 2012, when an anonymous user posted this cryptic image on the Bard of Fortune on behalf of a group or organization that went by the name 3301, stating that they were in search of highly intelligent individuals for some undisclosed project. The post itself was a puzzle with a hidden message amongst the text. It would later be discovered that this secret message served as the first clue in what can be best described as the world's largest and most difficult treasure hunt. This post piqued the curiosity of many users until a computer analyst from Sweden was able to crack the first encrypted clue. This led him and some others to various other websites to tackle other extremely difficult puzzles and eventually to real-world locations across the globe. This included destinations in Korea, Japan, Spain, Australia, Russia, France, Poland, Mexico, and various parts of the USA, proving that this was more than just an elaborate hoax. 1 month after the original 4chan post, Cicada 3301 returned to the site and posted another image, stating that they had indeed found the intelligent individuals they wanted to find. Each year since they have returned to the site to begin a new recruitment process, there are countless theories as to who the secret group actually are and for what purpose they need to find such intelligent people. Some claim they are a government recruitment agency, and others claim they are a cyber mercenary group. Ultimately, these questions remain unanswered since the people smart enough to solve the puzzles and complete Cicada's tests have never come forward publicly to disclose any further information. Why they have been sworn to secrecy remains a mystery. All that is certain is that Cicada 3301 are a well-connected and well-funded global body with connections in many different nations. Number 9 on the 21st of August 2015. This was posted by an anonymous user on 4chan's B-Bard. "I have killed several women for pleasure. If you can guess a name of any of these women, I will upload their photo. No more than 10 names per post anymore, then that will be ignored. Some are Polaroids and others were taken with a disposable camera. I also have pictures of them before death when I was able to do. So if you can guess all of the names, I will show you where I dumped a body in 1999. The first one is free, since her name is unlikely to be guessed as is to be expected. Many users believe this to be no more than a practical joke, but they played along anyway. Quickly, somebody guessed a correct name, and the original poster stayed true to his word and posted another photo with a Tim stamp. People continued to call the post fake when another photo was uploaded. This is before I played with her. Many people were starting to believe that this post was real, but some were claiming that these pictures could be police crime scene photos rather than those taken by a serial killer. However, the images lacked the evidence markers that are used in crime scene pictures. What's more, the photographic style was not in keeping with how crime scene photos were usually taken, featuring unsettling close-ups of a decomposing face and other disturbing details. In total, 4 pictures were posted. Some users decided to do a reverse image search of the first picture. This brought them to a police report of a 17-year-old murder victim named Shauna Myerd. Shauna had been shot multiple times and dumped on the road. Her killer had never been found. The images posted had all been genuine. They were sickening mementos taken by the murderer and shown off on an anonymous online platform. The FBI was informed by users in a recorded conversation between one of the website's users and an FBI operator can be heard on Gloomy House's channel. Whether he was done with gloating about his crimes or scared away due to the community's uproar and FBI involvement, the original poster has not been heard from since this all happened very recently, and the killer is still at large. A link in the description will take you to a recently archived post where other 4chan users came together to try and solve the mystery. Hi guys, Lazy here, and thank you very much for watching. Like I said at the beginning, some of these have already been covered by channels like a Gloomy House, but he does some other great videos, guys. Not only 4chan related, but some of that as well. But it's all great horror content, and you do yourself a favor by checking him out. Now, I just thought that since I had a bit of spare time that I might as well try and spread the word on some of these posts, because the 4chan horror videos, they're kind of uncharted territory still, you know. Not many videos are out there. So I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring, maybe bring you guys something you hadn't heard before. They're at least rather interesting, even though there isn't a shed load of evidence to back one or two of them up. Make sure to check out Anthony's artwork. He provided me with the thumbnail for this video and is an amazing artist. And you'll hear from me again very, very soon. Stay spooky and remember, the best things happen in the dark.